Hey guys, we got Giuseppe Ottaviani and Solarstone, aka Poet, and we're here with Raw Beats. So, to start off, tell me about this Pure Trance tour.
Well, this is the second date of the USA leg of the Pure Trance World Tour. It's kind of like an ongoing thing, really. It's not really kind of like a tour. It's just we're rolling out this Pure Trance events thing. We started off in America, so we played Ruby Sky in San Francisco last night, which was cool. And tonight we're at Exchange in LA. And it's basically, Pure Trance is something that I came up with over the past 12 months to basically return the genre to its roots. You know, it's not saying that pure trance music is better than other types of trance, but it's just saying that because there have been so many additions to the trance sound over the last few years, like house influences, electro influences, and stuff like that, that I felt that the kind of the pure sort of sound of trance has kind of been lost. So I've kind of I've developed this sound myself and brought in other artists who are who kind of like stayed true to their trance origins, people like Giuseppe and Daniel Candy Orchidia, particularly Orchidia, and it's just kind of like snowballed from a few tracks and remixes and compilation to these worldwide events. And Insomniac have very kindly agreed to get on board and help us conquer America, which we're in the process of doing.
Yeah, you two guys were. The last time you two played together, that was Buenos Aires, correct?
Yeah.
Was that kind of when you discovered that you had a dynamic between the two of you?
We played together.
We played together a few times.
Oh, okay.
Something about the sound, my sound and Giuseppe seem to complement each other in a club setting.
Yeah.
You know, it's
not really exactly the same sound, but of course you can't. I mean, you don't want to have the same sound for the whole night.
Oh, for sure.
But I think it touches both sides of the trance scene.
Yeah.
The trance music, still on the pure side, of course.
Right.
Giuseppe plays a little bit harder than me.
Yeah.
It seems to.
I've always been like that.
Yeah.
You bring your two keyboards or one of your two keyboards also?
Yeah, I mean, I like a little bit harder sound, but it's just. But yeah, it works pretty well together.
Yeah, I've been.
Sometimes I play before, sometimes I play after. I'd like to play after. Like tonight is going to be much better for me.
Yeah, we're natural bedfellows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to a few of your sets, and I've noticed that the keyboards are definitely a unique, I guess, component compared to a lot of other DJs.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't like to be called a DJ because I'm not a DJ.
Got it.
No,
cross that off.
Just kidding. I mean, no, seriously, I seriously feel like more like a musician than a DJ. Just
right.
I don't mix tunes from other people, tunes on CDs or vinyls back in the days. I just, make my music and play my own music or remix it as well. Just me. Yeah. Still, all the productions that I make in the studio, then I'm able to bring it to the venue, to the festival, and play them live. So it's more a bit. Well, it's just more fun for me.
Yeah.
And the good thing is that if I have fun, the crowd will have fun for sure.
Oh, for sure.
If you don't enjoy what you're doing, how can you pretend other people to have fun? Right. So it's all about feeling, and that's the best way for me to interact.
I think that's one of the reasons why it seems to work so well, because we're both kind of like, there's nothing contrived about what we do. The music I play is like something I really, really, really believe in. The music that Giuseppe produces and plays live is something he also really believes in. It's not like you've got a couple of DJs who are just trying to go on an ego trip, trying to play the newest, coolest records. It's kind of like the opposite of that. And I think that comes across in the performances. You can kind of see that we really believe.
Well, it's not really like playing hit by hit, like jumping, that's a different job. Just more like let the people feel the music. So you can go for hours set up with CDs or with keyboard. It doesn't really make a difference. It's all about music at the end of the day.
It's about the end product in some
yeah.
cases. What, speaking of the newest, coolest thing, what are your feelings about trance?
Not interested.
Zero interest.
Well, I'm not really pure.
I don't like it anyway.
No. I'm not pure trance 100%. I'm really influenced from what is around the market.
Right.
So it's it's something I can't escape. But the thing that I do is just keeping those elements that I like from the new music and bringing back to my sound, which is trance music. So it's more like evolving together, but not moving too much away from the roots.
Right.
This is what pure trance is about.
You mentioned that at some points when you were, not when, but you were interested in classical trance, which is, I guess, for you, some of 90s era trance. Who would you say are some of your primary, I guess,
Boyfriends.
boyfriends? That's great.
Influences.
Yes.
Well, yeah, seriously. Again, William Orbit, Adagio for Strings, is the track that made me move to trance music because I'm from classical music, and that track was the perfect match between classical melodies and dance beats. So that was really the track that led me decide to make. Okay, I want to do this. And then of course I've been a huge fan and still are a huge fan of Paul Guy, and that's why I got signed to his label. It's been always a big inspiration for me. I can get inspiration from almost everything, even not dance music. I mean, I'm a huge fan of U2, for example. I think you can hear the U2 influence in a few of my productions for some reason. So all the big names in trance music, of course.
Trance. Well, I was going to say, I mean, sometimes people ask me who aren't really familiar with trance, what's it like? And sometimes I say, trance music has probably got the most in common with classical music out of any type of electronic music, because it's so melodic, the chord progressions, the way it builds. I mean, the way that you build filters and stuff in trance is kind of like the way you build, envelopes in classical music. The way it swells and builds and like the big orchestral drops and stuff. It's very, very similar. And I think we come from a similar background in that respect. I grew up listening to a lot of classical music and progressive rock and stuff like that. And there's a similar kind of mindset, I think, in trance. Sort of very subtle sort of arrangement changes and filters and stuff like that, which is kind of what you do with an orchestra as well. Lovers of classical music would probably say I was full of shit. But whatever.
Yeah, I could see that was a kind of a primary element in your latest album, which is I'm a big fan of, by the way. And I think I personally think of it as a great chill out melodic album, which is something that I can't really find in too many trance albums, just because of the prevalent big bass lines.
Yeah, maybe just
can't really go
it's funny
bed
that
with those.
people refer to it as chill out. Whenever people refer to it as chill out, I always feel a bit like, really, is it? But I suppose it is because it's so melodic.
Well, it's
You
like
can
that
just-
Balearic sound. So.
Yeah, you
It's
can.
something really nice to listen to.
Yeah, I suppose it is quite chilled.
More
Yeah.
than,
I guess chill is relative also for everyone.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that's a great thing. So for sure. So.
well, not only to dance, but to listen to. It's just like good music.
Right.
That's the most important thing.
It is definitely defines what is good.
Because
Mediocre.
well, no, I mean, I personally think it's easy to make a good bass line and a track to more like what I call the sound of now.
Right.
It's much easier.
What's the sound of now?
The sound of now.
Now,
But,
now
I mean,
41,
I think,
42.
yeah, well, I mean, I think making a full song is a different job.
Right.
So, and a different feeling for the people that listen to it.
So, what are your goals for the rest of your trance tour?
it's just to continue taking it to different territories. You know, I mean, with such a massive response to this. The thing is that a lot of people go to trance nights and they expect to hear trance, they hope to hear trance, and quite often they don't. They hear something else. And a lot of promoters, up until recently, a lot of promoters didn't feel really comfortable putting on a trance night because because the scene's become so fragmented and so all the different parts of the trance have gone like that. They didn't really know what they were going to get. The thing about pure trance is that it's exactly what it says it is. You know, promoters can put on a pure trance night and know that people are going to know what they're going to hear and they're going to go away happy. So it's such an easy sell. I think we're just going to keep on taking it to different territories around the world. You know, we've got interest from absolutely everywhere in this. So we're just going to keep spreading the message and continuing our world domination exercise.
So ASOT 600, how was that experience in Madrid?
Well, I already played in Madrid, and yeah, it was great. It was great. That was the pre-party of the trance, and it's always a big pleasure and a big honor to take part of this event because it's globally, I think it's the biggest one for trance music. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's definitely it definitely has its reaches. Have you considered going on a state of trance or?
I'm playing at Den Bosch.
Oh, okay.
The last one, yeah.
All right. Your feelings on that?
The biggest one.
Yeah.
It's you.
It's you. I played there last year and the year before.
I'm going to be wearing my Dubstep is Dead t-shirt.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah, I forgot who that one artist was that played dubstep in LA for.
And that was what's her name? What's her name? Was it Feifei?
Feifei.
Played low dubstep. Everyone was like, what the fuck?
That was pretty crazy. Bleeding arrows. But I don't know, everyone has their tastes.
Yeah, it's called a state of trance, though, right? The clues in the name.
All right. Yeah. So I've heard that. So you've been in the scene for probably over, or just under 20 years, since '97. Yeah. So I would assume that you've probably seen plenty of transformations in the scene.
Yeah, well, I suppose it's.
What are some of the best and worst aspects of that?
I don't think there is any best or worst. It just is, it just is.
It just is.
Like any other type of music. It's sort of, it has its highs and lows. And I suppose when you're an artist or a DJ, you're either in or you're out, you're either up or down. And I've kind of been up and down 4 or 5 times now. And whenever I'm in an up period, I always remember when I'm in a down period. And I never take it for granted at all. I've seen a lot of artists kind of come and go over the last, let's say, 17 years. A lot of artists who have been flavour of the month, and then they go. And there's always this. Sometimes there's this kind of terrible arrogance that comes with it. You get these young guys and they become really successful, and they're just like, look at me, king shit. And then 2 years later, even less. No one's interested in them because they haven't got the substance. So whenever I have a period of success, I always think I'm just grateful for it, because I know that eventually I'm going to be out of favour again. You've just got to accept that's the way it is.
Right. I think people are always looking for the reinvention.
The new thing. You have to keep reinventing yourself.
Yeah.
You have to try and stay relevant. Right. And don't, people aren't coming to your gigs because they think you're amazing. They're coming to your gigs because they happen to like the records you're releasing. You're only as good as your last record. So just try and take it with a pinch of salt, really. I remember Judge Jules saying I think it was 2000, I remember Judge Jules saying in an interview, Solarstone are going to be massive this year. And I actually thought, oh no.
The pressure's on.
Well, I just thought, oh great, going to be massive next year. And didn't actually release one record the following year. Didn't release anything at all, so that didn't happen.
Yeah, you just came up.
Yeah, an artist's career is never straight. It's more like going up and down.
You've tried to do interesting things, haven't you?
Yeah.
Just to express yourself and hope that people kind of get on board.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
As long as you can pay the bills and that.
But
You just finished a new album too.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
done finally. It took me quite a while. But, a lot of delays as always. Then I was busy touring.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's done. And it's gonna be out before the summer for sure.
Got it.
I'm really excited about it. And the State of Trance set I played in Madrid. Played a lot of
Played
music
a lot of those.
for the
Yeah.
album.
I've got a sneak preview of his album on my Mac,
Nice.
which I'm saving for the
ID,
flight home.
ID.
Yeah, it's gonna be ID. But not. There is not a reason. Well, actually, there is a reason. Its title might change a little bit. For example, I had to change the title today because I realized that I had a song with a similar title which is being applied to my company back in 2001. So I can't apply like two different songs with the kind of the same title. So I have to make it a little bit different. I guess I didn't recognize it immediately because it's a very old song and it's never been released.
What's the title?
Can't release.
Okay. That was from my old project, New Energy project, back in the days, and it was called Shadow.
Shadow.
Yeah. So and the new one is gonna be called I'm Your Shadow.
Oh.
Just to make it a little bit different. I mean, it's not to me because the songwriter made the title. So it has as a
That sounds like a bit like a stalker. I am your shadow. Is
Yeah.
it about somebody being stalked?
kind of.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, but it's a cool song.
You bring some projects back from that group, right? New Energy.
Yeah, we've been together till late 2005, then we split up, and sorry, New Energy disappeared. And no chance to see New Energy anymore on the scene.
Oh, got it. And then you jumped on a band.
Yeah, just that's a very sad story.
Breaking up.
Oh yeah, bringing hard. Don't ask.
Yes, it is difficult actually. Remember, there was 3 of us in Solarstone originally, and then there was 2. And since me and Andy kind of stopped working together, I've not seen the guy once.
Oh, wow.
We haven't even talked on the phone. We've just exchanged emails.
Right.
It's not because we fell out really badly, it's just that we weren't really mates before we started producing music.
Right.
It's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, well, in my case, there is not a very good relationship with my ex-partner, so we didn't talk to each other since 2005.
Really?
If we talk to each other, it's because we got some legal problems and stuff like that with old music. So, I mean, it's kind of a more complicated thing, but since I was not able to keep the name, he was not able to keep the name, of course. So we just let New Energy down.
Yeah.
Well, the website is still up.
Nice. 8 years later.
Well, not news later, but the latest news is something like 2004.
Oh really?
New single.
Hot new news. Rumours of solo projects are massively exaggerated.
Out in September 2004. So I had to start again with my own name, which I started from scratch almost.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Giuseppe Ottaviani.
And I'm Solarstone, and you're